Propaganda is propaganda of the terror.
My view was that after October 7th, actually Israel should not invade Gaza, but should use its special forces and lightning pinpoint raids with a target that can be identified to avoid civilian casualties. By putting mass troops into Gaza, inevitably things like you've just portrayed will happen, and innocents will die more than necessary.
So let me get this straight. After October 7th, the largest massacre of Jews since the Holocaust, this retired British officer's grand military strategy was, don't invade Gaza, just send in a few special forces teams for lightning raids. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Somebody gets this man a Nobel Prize in children's literature. If Britain had officers like these during World War II, survival would have been a miracle. Honestly, what world is he living in? Because I would also like to move there. It sounds peaceful. It sounds magical. In his universe, Hamas operates like a small gang hiding in a garage somewhere. And you can just send in a couple of commandos, tap them on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, gentlemen, terribly sorry, you're under arrest." Why didn't the Israelis think of that? You mean to tell me one of the most battle-tested intelligence and military establishments in the world never considered special forces raids? Of course they did. Israel has been carrying out pinpoint operations for decades. Entebbe, surgical hostage rescues, precision assassinations. The Mossad practically invented the modern targeted operation. But here's the tiny detail these armchair strategists always forget. Hamas is not hiding in one building. Hamas turned Gaza into a fortress, a terror army embedded inside civilian infrastructure, underground tunnels, apartment blocks, schools, mosques, hospitals, deliberately mixed into the population. That's the whole strategy. They want civilian casualties because dead civilians become propaganda fuel for Western television panels. And then comes the moral lecture from comfortable studios in London. Israel should have shown restraint. Really? Tell me, after 9/11, did America send 12 Navy SEALs with flashlights into Afghanistan and call it a day? After ISIS attacks in Europe, did Britain respond by sending Scotland Yard detectives into Raqqa with notebooks and handcuffs? That's the next genius proposal. Right then, lads, let's send Scotland Yard into Gaza. We'll knock politely on the terror tunnel door and ask Hamas to come out with their hands up. It's beyond naive. It's detached from reality. War is horrific. Civilian deaths are horrific. Every innocent life lost is a tragedy. But pretending that a terror army of tens of thousands, embedded inside an urban battlefield and holding hostages underground, could be dismantled with a few cinematic commando raids is not serious military analysis. It's fantasy politics for television audiences who want to believe evil can be defeated without force, sacrifice, or consequences. The sad truth is this. Many commentators demand from Israel a standard no nation in history has ever met: to fight an enemy committed to its destruction without causing collateral damage in one of the densest combat zones on Earth. While enemies livestream their barbarism, the world demands the Jewish state fight with one hand tied behind its back. Israel cannot afford fantasy. They live in the brutal reality of the Middle East.